Now that apple pie has been deep-throated, we're going to start with 4.3. The fact that you can't get that off, though, with anything is actually kind of nutty. Getting a razor to actually scrape off packing foam from your PC parts.
So I'm just glad it was on the fucking GPU bracket and not any actual components.
Right. Reds and Domans are coordinating efforts with the blue Koji to maintain a constant watch over the red. Staying, I should not have actually, like, inhaled that apple pie. Oh, it's hitting me back right now. Ooh. Staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they means to rip any summoning attempts, nip any summoning attempts in the bud, and thereby satisfy the conditions to be set down by the ambassador. For the Garlean's part, the Populares have sent word to the vessel bearing Doman's conscripts to soon arrive in Yangsha. It seems that the prisoner exchange is to be processed as planned. But he requests your presence and shared his view that you should be on hand at all critical juncture. I'm going to pretend that I'm reading that right now. I'm very much struggling as apple pie. I do have something to drink. I drank like... it was an eighth of the water bottle. It's fine. Yotsu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. We can get to that, however. I think we should be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight. If Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Let's make our way to the Enclave. Lornhina will be waiting. Trust you will for resistance, Tadaru. Worry about me, it'll be fine. Just make sure you come back safely. Yeah, Burgermeisters exist. Yeah. Right into the tail. I love that we're still on this tail. Like we're already over. What have I unleashed? What have I done?
Well, for as long as it keeps annoying and pissing you off, we're gonna keep being on it.
It's
just how that shit works.
It's fine, Revs and Miqo'te. Why don't you bully him for tails?
There we go.
So Rev's not bitching about it.
Oh wait, shit, that's profiling. Hold up.
Rev also, like, owns his degeneracy, so there's no, like, way to piss me off about it.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot that you're just sorry light.
Yeah, like...
Just admit it. Admit what? There's nothing to admit.
You sure about that?
Yeah. At least I know the hamburgers are from Germany.
Oh,
yeah.
I got a weird tail fetish, though.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's the one. We have devolved into, devolved to the at least I'm not X face.
At least I'm not X.
Nobody should be Twitter X. That website is awful now. It regularly runs into embed issues.
I bet Elon Musk also has a tail fetish.
Probably does, actually. It's probably why he wants to make cat girls. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Is he? Has anything been proven in a court of law on that? I actually don't know.
There's been a few things that it's mostly been hearsay, but yeah, he definitely is.
Okay, so was he on the funny list that got released recently?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one.
People were on that list.
It's Stephen Hawking. That's killing me.
Concerning amount of people were on that list.
I like all the Stephen Hawking memes that are popping up. They're great.
These Stephen Hawking memes are killing me. It's been great. We're in 100 tails. How many would you choke? None. I don't put tails in my mouth. What? What? That's not normal behavior. What? There's a fake one still. The real one is out though. Yeah, there's going to be fake lists. Anyway, people will capitalize on the confusion. There's your across the RBC. Thanks for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at length about the subject forthcoming exchange. Another matter I needed to mention. Consider Setsu, as you must observe, returned from ordeal rather risk the wear. Despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Oh, I mean, to be fair, he got shot 3 times.
Who, Kosetsu?
Yeah, got shot like 3 times with larger caliber bullets. I thought he is, but he has shown signs of recovery. He has made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly, which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think it's time you receive some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? So he has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what becomes of her as well. Visit him at once, shall we?
Oh, yes. Tetsu, don't tell people that like you're still suffering from like combat injury when there's 3 magic users that have healing magic in their arsenal.
Don't worry about it, because remember, cure doesn't work. Cure doesn't work on Harshafal.
That's because that was an ethereal wound.
Didn't they have to go back and do that, though? They had to go fix it?
Yeah. Like, it was a wound made with aether, not a bullet.
Frail that I cannot feed myself.
Uh-huh. Sure about that, Yutsu. Or I guess it's... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, they had to go back and edit it. It makes sense. That was a spear of ether meant to kill.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai. I enjoyed them in my youth.
Not even the AP, just hollow points.
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
No, I feel like I want to get this access to this funny list. Just get the entire document, just save it as a PDF. No, that way, hey, where's the actual list? Oh, do you want this? It's fine, here's the legit list.
Thought you might welcome some visitors.
You can never have too much information.
A gross exaggeration.
I'm sure it is,
A
Gosetsu.
trifle drain from
I don't know
my
what you're talking about. That's why I got him
perhaps.
killed in the first
But with
place.
a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Fuck it, this is the best expansion. Stormblood fucking Shadowbringers ain't gonna have shit on this. Fuck.
There's a better line.
Oh my god, what's that?
Gosetsu, is
Huh?
this how you've been spending your time?
Oh, I hate this. Oh, this is awful.
My lady, I assure you, this is not.
It's Japanland. They had to do it. They had to do the meme.
Off with them. I
Alphino?
need to wash you. You stink.
Alphino would... Why aren't you saying anything, Alphino? Oh, the Dark Knight Rider. No, Dark Knight Rider goes way too hard. We don't deserve him. I love that we're just watching. This is better than Cable.
What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
Didn't Yotsuyu do like some of those?
Some of what?
The scars on his back.
Battle will leave its mark
Most of those
upon a
are
man.
bullet wounds.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
Her, I'm sorry, we don't deserve her. No, Dark Red Knighter goes hard. If you see the short, it looks like it. No, it doesn't. It depends on the sheath.
Huh?
Sheath scabbard. Chat's trying to rationalize that putting a sword in a sheath is a tail. Doting Grandsire and a model grandchild. Indeed, yes. Now, someone told me a year ago I would live to bear witness to such a scene. I would have declared them mad. That aside, I am relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his... Remember, Alphino has an eidetic memory. He can remember everything he's seen. Natsuko Ishikawa is an absolute certified G, 100%. What a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him could make it up. Although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man. The way he charges through life, it can't be easy to forget. He has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance as shown the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant he is, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times, even if his health returns. The fact remains he will never again be the warrior he once was. He's given his all for Legion land, and we ask no more. One of his nurse, Yotsuyu, feigning that, which certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Does she not never get exactly, Jace? Out of all, I would think that you're hardest to convince. So what makes you so sure? Spying on Yutsuyu from the shadows, waiting for a misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. Mass has never slipped, not once. She has remained in character from the first. One evening I watched her as she sat in the chambers, unguarded and alone. Taking the dishes from the cupboard, was pretending to prepare dinner right there from the tatami, a child's game. Even though the wariest of shinobi would not go to such lengths, I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. That's good enough for me, and anyone else would hazard. Rather, Seto Yutsuyu will become Suyu and become a new life here in Doma. Where that can happen, however, we'll need to present her to the ambassador one last time to prove her memory is truly gone, not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Presence in exchange would only stir up Multuna's thoughts. He is good as fasten the chains around their necks. So I mean to conclude the business with Suyu first. Out of the sight of my countrymen, will you help me? Retrospect, there's no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. Thanks, the Garlands are on the way. We must prepare to welcome their ambassador. We'll meet you at the docks. So they're gonna bring Xenos 2.0 Boogaloo here. Oh shit! This is gonna be spicy. Next, she shows up. I'll throw in the immediate Greek medical word for transition. No! Oh, but it makes sense. Bird. Maximus Might, the Smallafell. What an absolute Chad. I envy that Smallafell. What a actual, like, certified legend. Should wait here long, he should not be long.
That was a really good price on shrimp burgers.
What?
I'm ordering snacks.
How cheap?
$2.
That's a really good price, actually. If the Garlands were landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? Probably. Now you're scouring the streets as we speak. It is possible Suyu has left the Enclave altogether. Did you perchance see a fair-skinned woman across the river? I don't really know. I think yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I did not recall having seen before. Grace was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help me onto the boat. Wet as fallen snow it was she somehow important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? No, I was merely hoping to catch her guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. Yeah, this is going to escalate fairly quickly. The serious crossover. What could come of this? You are correct. There we go. Nice little healing.
But was it Epstein's boat?
Hopefully
She
not.
on the list.
The fact that the Guardian Empire makes it funny. Seems Suyu has gone unrecognized thus far, but the common help is someone catches a clear view of her face. It's fine before that happens. The responsibility for her disappearance for all of this lies with me, but I would ask your aid nonetheless. Serve as Lord Heian as was before. Let's make the crossing and begin our search. Someone should let Yugiri know that what we learned. I'll join you with the other side. We know where Suyu is headed, so we best divide our forces. I'll take the Kusakari and its surrounds. I'll know if you would take the road to the Castrum Fluminus. I'm going to ask you to carry the Regans to Izuka Manor. One of the Namazu may have seen our query. Of course it's the Namazu. Was gift and hope the common smile on our efforts. No, that was fairly PC. I will 100% admit that. I feel like The Simpsons, it just makes calls that are logical, but people just keep, like, falling into really obvious shit. Gyosan. Welcome to Z Commander. Asks if there's anything you'd care to know. You'd only pale skinned woman. Needs so much to travel. I'm sorry. Saying most sorry. Scaly skinned Namazu on the other hand, we have an abundance. I would have thought the Namazu would have been very fleshy, not scaly actually. But I guess scales make sense. I guess that makes sense. Namazu on the... Why is this... What did you do to this Namazu? Why is he just dead? What is happening here?
Don't worry about him.
Why is he dead? What did you two do to him? I'm gonna worry about him. He's just convulsing on the ground. And back from fishing, she did cross the shallows. Fish eating fish. Well, I'll be. Mr. Heron was headed in a northeasterly direction for the most part. Steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. Heading for Doma Cast? No, she's not heading for Doma Cast. Where is she heading? Magnet in your Rotary, just that positive. I love it. I appreciate that. Thank you. That was really, really funny. Great writers, meaning they know people. They're not gonna. Yeah, that's fair. What the hell is it? It's here. So I need to see to the north, perhaps shoot somewhere further in the northeast. No, is she gonna go to Namai? Where is she going? She scuttled off really far without the access to flight, actually. Jesus. Northeast. Still farther to the northeast. Ah, clearly she can just teleport. Maybe she rode on Omega. Alpha and Omega's epic adventure to White Castle. Quite familiar looking wide brimmed hat. Wow, she really went out here.
That's a nightmare world where rhino beetles are that fucking big.
Your suspicion is the same hat Yotsuba was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki. Big beetle. Nanichi would be very happy. Before you ask her, search Kusakara and surroundings has yielded exactly not. Save this chance for me with you, I suppose. Asahi has gone to her sister brother at the cash room. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Heian shortly after. Barely used to get any sign of our missing guest. Well, you see, they said northwest, and I just kept going. Snow no bounds as long as it only stays compliments. That's the one. Yes, no, make intentions clear. The philosophy, don't make it weird, still stands. Now my coming the villagers recognize her will not end well. Hurry, Giro, and check the patties. Village square is yours. Northwest. You know what? Northwest. Oh, fuck off. I can tell clock directions. I can't tell actual directions. She went 2 o'clock. There you go.
Northeast. Yeah.
No, you know what?
There you go.
I hate it. I hate it here.
Also, it wouldn't be 2 o'clock.
Oh, she's gonna get stabbed.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
She wanted to actually get the persimmon. Oh my god. She tries her best, but she is not.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
Oh my god, this actually isn't a stretch for them to think either.
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
Don't make it weird. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. She went west.
Dog people.
The Lupin are killing me. I love it.
I love the Lupin. Their quest line is dramatic.
I need to... Like, I'm going to join the Beast Tribes when I get to them. That's just off-screen shit I have to do.
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
No, she's clearly dead. Do not pay attention to the woman. Oh, no.
What did I do?
As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
That is a little bit
My
of a
lord,
betrayal.
forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsugu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
What a British way to say that.
Lies! Lies! My lord, she would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry! I'm so sorry.
That is also stunning because they have never, ever expected... They won't accept it, don't get me wrong. Don't do it.
And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
There's that her mentality kicking in.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands, and suffer her to live, for now.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace.
Why does that lady look like Paula Dean was
As long as
bitten by a
you're happy,
radioactive cookie?
That's all that matters.
What? This is also a far cry from her prior life, where she didn't receive a chance. She received no affection. It's an interesting character arc. It would have been better, but at least it did not end in bloodshed. Judging by Suyu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. There's no way to escape the attempt. Seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of a persimmon. And they say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Kosetsu finds its taste to his liking. Well, we certainly have taken the long way around, but let us continue to cast on Fluminus and our meeting with the ambassador. And Alice shall be there conducting their search. Immediately to the south. That was southwest. It is really one of the most active minions. I'm actually really enjoying Omega's walk cycle. It's very great. I can't wait to see someone actually do like an accurate Hien cosplay. I'm sure it's been done. Chin strap beard and all. So it'd be great. Hero guests have already arrived. Time to meet with the ambassador. Wait, did we ever figure out what those gates are for?
What gates?
The circular ones on the high ledge. Because one activated in Realm Reborn.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival.
I don't know. It's I'm more curious on how that haircut left QA for the Carlian Empire. Yeah, those gates.
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
All right, where's the special ops units? What are these special guests? I need to see this. What is your what is it? What's the word? What's the play on words here?
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a dirty trick. He brought insurance.
Of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
You know, all the abuse, the disdain, the toxicity. Now she has to choose between two. The persimmon, which is her new life, or the mirror, which is her old life.
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
See, and that's how, if someone pulls that on you, it's like, well, you couldn't actually do this yourself. Glad to see you got some chumps helping you. It'll hit their pride every time. Because they hate being proven wrong. Yeah, is it?
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient.
There are so many jokes I could make right now. Come on, Asahi. You gotta make this a little harder for me.
You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma.
Mm-hmm.
Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it's like to feel like you're escaping an abusive situation. That's awful. Whether you want to or not.
Continue with the exchange as planned, then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
We need some proof from you first. Come on, homeboy.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
Because technically to call him out would be aggressive. It would be seen as an affront. You would become the bad guy in that situation by calling out rightfully that situation. But in the interest of Asahi, that was a dirty trick. It was a dirty trick. It was awful. Pleasant as it was, we have to at least put in the matter of Seize future to rest. Send her back to the Enclave with Yugiri to give Gosetsu his precious persimmon. Let's follow them. Political exchange with the larger empire would be stupid to be right, and that's why didn't we, the question is, well, why didn't we stab him immediately, right? Because it was started a literal international incident, undermined everything that Doma has tried to do to this point. The Imperials would take that as an affront and then just come in and colonize it again. The consequence most likely we can set later upon return. Visit Gosetsu and assure him about Tsuyu's fate. We want to know what the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in.
It is, yes, the proportional response, but when you deal in diplomacy... So that's the thing, is that I would much rather engage in diplomacy, so that way it means everyone else gets to have the fun when things finally fall through. And then I get to laugh at people's faces. That's why I'm Scorpion.
Tsuyu returned. Her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me.
Been a busy day. Well, hopefully it's a nice close to your day.
She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
Yes, it was. Further showcases Asahi's character and what he's willing to do to people.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention.
Yes, what would it be?
I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within
Yeah.
the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder,
Yeah, what were those? I assume they were bodies.
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
At the moment, it's not on his itinerary, or he's playing the long game.
My lord, forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone.
And of course she is.
Gone?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
Well, consider the range of emotion
the
she's going through.
responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties. Might I call upon your assistance?
And he really can't do anything to help. Not right now. Or he is preparing to be able to help.
Help. Help.
Alright, who got stabbed? Those are her. Oh, those are her foster parents.
Help. Help me.
Uh-huh. There it is. But to be fair, people are actually just naturally escape artists, like Alzheimer's patients.
I hadn't remembered.
Like, they will actually just, like, vanish. Just the middle shift just vanish. And they get found. That's why you get, like, was it? It's not a silver. What is it? One of the alerts is, like, it's not because Amber Alerts are kids, right? But there's, like, seniors missing. Like, people can be escape artists, especially if they have amnesia. Or they're dead set enough. That is a hidden blade.
He should hate me.
Should, but doesn't.
But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Who's there?
Why are you here?
Oh, it's you. What you doing out here in the dark?
Why aren't you there?
Oh, her fucking foster parents.
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
Uh-huh.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu. A font of misery.
Once an abuser, always an abuser.
You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure. We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament. You've kept your looks at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer.
Stab him.
Maybe enough to get us to Kugani and start a new business.
And stab him. Just do it.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be.
There are parents that are actually like this is the shitty thing.
Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask. Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies. And it begins with you!
Yotsuyu! What?
That got really graphic, really quick, actually. It is rated M, at least. What the fuck were you expecting? And of course you're here. Yep. She should hate him too, is the thing.
Well done,
Yes.
dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their death.
If anything, it alleviated the financial strain of them living in the capital.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me. To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed.
More impressive than you could have done,
But
Asahi.
surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
Mirror? Yep. Wait. Was that Susanoo's mirror?
It's Am here.
I don't want to die.
I was waiting for the dialogue option to help him or let him be. I was gonna let him be. No, but it was the mirror, the sword, and the whatever else, right?
What happened here?
The only other one that comes to mind is Tsukuyomi, but I don't think we've seen Tsukuyomi in
I knew
Stormblood.
what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You said she
Adamir?
left with her brother?
I thought he had the Yada mirror. I have to look at the
Whatever
relics
he
again.
wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives.
It's not as big as Vita, you think. Like that was he already wrote them off.
But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
Monstrosity does have a mirror, yeah. I need to see where this goes. Nars remains and hold the cremation anon. They had would they never set foot would they that they never set foot back in Doma. Working his Gazette to myself, he was quiet. I think he best than he allowed some time alone with his thoughts. And I always want more, yeah. Remember, which that which we feared has come to pass. I honestly thought that Asahi had half truths from Destiny equipped at her waist. That was wild to see, like out of the corner of my eye. I know it's a rapier. I thought it was like this angle looks like other half, the void one. So my friends, that which we have feared has come to pass. Yetsu has regained her memory and returned to the Imperial fold. It is by any measure a cruel twist, not least for Gosetsu, which was not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender Yotsuyu in the Guardian's hands should our condition improve prior to the hour exchange. But all that reckoning, all is, if not should be, all that must be, and that I can accept. What I cannot accept are the unconscionable lengths to what Asahi went through to achieve that outcome. Yes, no, that is... Sorry, my eyes kind of bugging me. Ugh. No, like Asahi went way too hard. Recent conduct and apparent admiration for Xenos is plain he cannot be trusted, and it is safe to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our meetings, whatever ambassador is planning. Unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. I would have an escape route planned in place before meeting begins. I have precaution that the main structure of the cash performance is to be the stage for the exchange. Then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. Those ever since the Imperial withdrawal, and while we took steps so that it could not be defended by an occupying force, it is entirely possible the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I also decided to make certain that we have an unobstructed exit. If you allow me to join you, I have some experience in Imperial facilities, and should only words, and should manage to take a turn for the worst, hope to be at least some use. Very good. This would be enough guarantee us way out of the castrum. Beyond that, however, we need a ship to ferry the conscripts back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it'll take several trips to evacuate everyone. Confederate Sekibune, on the other hand, require only a single run and leave us far less vulnerable to the water. Assuming, of course, Rasho can be convinced to part with one. Typically on the side, I've had dealings with Rasho and his pirates before. Won't be alone, will I? I guess I'll go. Which reason I quite fancy prowling with pirates, and it's just a shame Lise won't be here to reprise her role. I'm certain that you will make a persuasive pair. I think I will accompany you to these negotiations all the same. Ruler of Doma should not be sent consorting with common brigands. Come now, you Giri. They stood with me since the Empire. Who would ask their aid once more, must treat them as equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Mother, pray forgive my presumption. By your leave, Master Alphino and I shall be about our task. Be counting our way to the Onokoro. Time is short, and Rasho may take some convincing. I'm gonna finish like 4-3, and that's it. I'm really cutting it close. Hoping to be able to do 4-4 and 4-5, but I guess I can do, since they're 2, I can knock those out along with Hildebrand at a certain point.
Yes.
No, I'm glad I unlocked flight. I'm glad I spent those hours unlocking that. Let's face it, I did not expect to see what brings the noble lord of Doma to the company of pildrach such as we. Gonna offer Doma chains in place of Garlean ones, that I'm afraid you've wasted a trip. What a fine subjects you would make with your fleet at our disposal. Restoration efforts would hasten tenfold. But let us speak seriously. It's time before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. I don't know if that might be Rev. You'd have to ask him. Chat. They're on 38 quest. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Used Doma's liberations, but it means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. No, we have no such incentive. We have not sworn an oath to you and will not come running like hounds at their master's whistle. Will not presume to treat you as thus. I have no idea. I'm just cooperation, an ally of equal standing. Well, standing, you say, seems a bit lopsided to me. What's the profit for us in all this? You must always think of such short-sighted. Have you heard of doing the right thing? No. Have you heard of pirates, little miss? You'll find that we're simple souls. You pay our tithe, you sail in peace. You deny us our doom, we take it by force. Pull you out of the water, and if we see you drowning, but we're not in the business of doing something for nothing. So Mr. Sal say we did not come to moralize. Here we're talking, there is more to be said. According to the records recovered from liberation, relatives of the Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted in the Imperial Army, and as you may be aware, recently negotiated a return of our said conscript. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would both be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? He's like, he speaks the language. He gets us. Well informed of our affairs, Lord Hien. Suffered at the Guardian's hands under secret, but since we drove them out of Dome, the Ruby Sea has become alive with traders and travelers. So many vessels to tax, so few pirates to tax them. Do with some more hands working on decks, and doubly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. Yes. Bones are wet. I think it's not entirely true. Earl, the Confederacy agrees to our request. You have one ship, but you must do something for me. The vessel I have in mind was damaged during a battle with the Empire, that we have amended, or she's yet to be declared seaworthy. Sound enough to down below, but when you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, those upper planks had best be free of cracks. You want your people to stay dry, you'll do me the favor of swimming around the hull to check for weaknesses. That is, if Doman Lords are not averse to getting their robes wet. Not this Doman Lord. If we inspect a third of the ship, it'll be done in a trice. That's the spirit. The ship is moored at the Quickscape Pier. Our apprentice shipwright will be on deck to hear your report. The lad named Ihanashi. Not a knack for parleying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was unmitigated success, and yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. Oh well, I thought the rumors were shattered, but this young lord lives up to his reputation.
Conscripts and contingencies to ground request.
We should be like 3 off.
Yeah.
I'm not that far off. Like, I'm all good. Mostly it's just cutscenes at this point. The whole plank is sus. I see that, chat. It's sus. Yeah, I guess it does count as you flying at that point, so I guess that's fair. I am the shipwright, apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that needs attention? Section I expected seems solid enough. Oh, that port side near the bow, you say? Alright, I'll have a look at it and see what I can do. My apologies seem to lag behind. I could float on the gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I'm happy to report no visible cracking or holes in my section of the hull. Your Lord Hien, the captain sent you to inspect my hull. Kami have mercy. Forgive this discourtesy, my lord. But alright, in fact, rather enjoyed it. Take it you are of Doma. Yes, my lord, the Imperials took my father away after the uprising and had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. But someone told me they were releasing the conscript, now maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. There's no leaving once you've joined. There's our lady. Is she seaworthy? We found a small crack in the port, so we'll have it fixed before we know it. Met the boy. Tell you a story he babbles when he is nervous. I'll be among the conscripts as he hopes. I mean to give him the choice to leave this life if he so chooses. I expect to see that they are provided for. Heard those who join the Confederacy force were all ties with kith and kin and homeland. They'll so easily put aside. If I allow it. I seen him, the lad I was 25 years ago. You say the words, you mean them. Yearning for home still lingers. Family is long dead, and I know this is my lot in life. But he has scarce dipped his toes in with us. If his life for him and Doma would have him have the chance to live it. Well said, the Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more. Beating Yangshara on the Ruby Sea, and we have a duty to ensure the Ihanashi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. When the matter is settled, I'll make preparations to cast off. Seems that we have our ship. Let's return to the Enclave. I guarantee you that is not how Tiamat's naming convention works.
What?
Tiamat's the name of the middle head. The other heads are Tia Bob, Tia Joe, Tia Dave, and Tia Pete. That is not how that works.
I hate y'all.
Do you hate me or do you hate the Namazu more? That's the question. So you had to think about that for a second.
I can't say either because I'm going to say the Namazu pay me, but they don't anymore.
Big Bird. It should be this quest. Probably start the next one. Yeah, we're gonna start the next one. We'll probably have the encounter, and then it's gonna be like the last one or two. It's a fairly short patch, but it's kind of just like everything's kind of come to a head. I keep forgetting there's an Aetheryte in Yuzuka Manor now. I didn't actually have to fly all this way. I keep forgetting there's an Aetheryte there. Of course I did. Is there anyone else on 14 at the moment? I don't actually know.
Somebody was wanting a party invite. I don't know if they ever got it.
I think we have a... Do we have a full party?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. I think it was Russian. Until we meet again, He-Man. Oh, love that. I love that scene. Got it. Yeah, he got the invite. Hearing Alphino completed the task before us, and they have been waiting. Scout of the structure and determine the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside of all possible haste. The Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us across the One River, but to attend the exchange and pray the calming these precautions were unnecessary. We're putting our contingency plans aside and left Hawker in charge of organizing transport the Imperial prisoners. We'll see the arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us to rendezvous with the Confederate allies. Come, they wait us at the riverbank not far from the castrum. I saw that promote. Yep, so that means we are very close. We have 3 DPS as a heads up.
And?
Oh, right. We're not actually going into like an actual like thing. Okay. I keep spacing that. Rescue, don't worry. Well, we should instant. Oh, it's a. Oh, wait. Okay, it's a trial then. I actually didn't know what it was. Ah. Ready for what lies ahead, I trust. Let's liberate any confusion, though. The tower across the water is to be the scene of the exchange. That's whatever else Asahi has planned. But regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we'll bring our people home. Yugiri, you are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape and lend what support we can. If awaits you at the Casham's loading dock, she'll see you safely home. Stand ready for their part. Come, let's be about it. Where are these crates again? Oh, are they going to be enhanced garlands?
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are.
So it's either he's the trial and he gets amped, or he's just himself, or it's Yotsuyu ends up killing him and she ends up flying into a rage.
Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion, welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
That's the one. You're not telling us about her.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Nairi, widow of Sashihai, and acting viceroy of Dorma. You and your people are mine to govern. Mine to punish!
I had to adjust my glasses.
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the Ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as acting viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling.
Like the bats.
All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself.
Yeah, have a good cack. And as his lord commands it, so it shall be.
I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken. This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine,
Tsukiyomi.
uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
I feel like some Galadrielisms there. There's the ether. Yep. There's the crystals.
What has she done?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
Mm-hmm. This is a summoning sanctioned by the Garlean Empire, no less. So that also means that Garlemald is going to see that. Yep, there's the rabbit ears.
A Dorman citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
Which he's not technically wrong, but he's also not technically right.
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
As you command.
That's a loose end.
My lord, you must fall back!
You ask me to run?
Party leader, okay.
Against such a foe, I would be more hindrance than help. The field is yours. We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul!
My lord.
I knew you would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours. But I have become Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty? I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail. Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Dorman. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
I could actually justify her voice as she is a heavy smoker. Her lungs have got to be hurting from years of heavy smoke with that pipe. So I can kind of justify that. No, it's tragic because this is Yotsuyu's choice. She is 2 for 2. She chose this each time. And it's Castrum Fluminous. That is a trial.
Rest from fullness.
Drawn to the pathetic darkness means nothing to me, right? No, and it's a good set piece. Like, she is 2 for 2. This is her choice twofold over. And she was given a second choice, but unfortunately, abusive family relations and a just really narcissistic asshole of a brother just brought her back and enabled her to do this. So now she has become Tsukuyomi. Or at least a perverted version of Tsukuyomi, I guess I should say. Any tragedy, only obnoxious edginess? Though, don't get me wrong, you're gonna have your Tumblr-esque people that are like, oh god, she's so like me. No, like, this is her... She has no cares at this point. She is truly lost to her own choices. And this is her choice. At this point, it's... The character arc is you can see the redemption. You can see the redemption for Yotsuyu at this point in time. And it's like, okay, I know how this is going to go. Like, I can see where this is going. You know, there is still that hope. There is still that shred. But her parents, her foster parents, just threw her back into that abyss. She, for all intents and purposes, was broken. And thus killing her foster parents solidified her choices, her destiny, the path that she chose to lead. And I can't get behind someone like that. I did start to like Yotsuyu because it's like I see you attempting to make amends, attempting to turn your life around. But yet again, here we are with full agency over one's decision. You continue to make the same mistakes. And that's why people like Yotsuyu, I don't have time for. I don't really have respect for, as I've dealt with people like Yotsuyu. It's not worth my time. It's not worth anybody's time. Almost always a series of choices. And there were many points. She could have confided in Gosetsu. And like that's also victim blaming to a degree. She had a lot that she was going through, a lot of trauma to work through, a lot in her past that was coming to a head. And her brother really didn't help. I really want to see if his airship blows up or something, because that is going to be very interesting to see. I thought she was actually going to gank her brother. And that being said, what happened to her hatred of him? Because a lot of the bad stuff happened to her to try and pave the way for his future. He cooked for a while. Turn was too sudden. I can see the pacing on it. I can see the pacing being too fast for a lot of people, and especially being in a 4.2, 4.3 patch. I can see why it would upset a lot of people. I can absolutely see it. That is not something that, you know, I can really contest. And I mean, at this point in time, they were probably getting ready for Shadowbringers anyways. Where the victim blaming becomes null and void. Yes and no. At the end of the day, it comes down to the choices we make. Yotsuyu chose different. It is 12. Really need to power through this next part. She chose this path. And she has no one but herself to blame at the end of this. She could have embraced the power of Tsukuyomi, and she could have obliterated her brother and the other Garleans there, and then turned her hatred toward us. Because is she really fighting all of her enemies, or is she just looking to, once again, like, completely just oppress Doma? Well, she spoke up and choose violence? Yeah, to a degree. Super rush on the story, and it could have been. I mean, you have to this whole thing from her amnesia was like, what, 7 quests or so? I mean, obviously there was build up in 4.2, but there's there's not a whole lot of build up for a lot of people, especially because playing this at the time, I mean, you're like, oh, new patch just dropped, let's do this quest chain. You're like, really? I can totally see pacing wise why a lot of people aren't gonna like this and why this is gonna be controversial to a lot of people, and I'm not gonna discount that. How many times do I rip on people that are just like, oh, what yet again, someone's shitting on Halo 5. I enjoyed it. I understand why people don't like it. Like, this isn't necessarily a hot take to take, right? I get it. If people don't like it and there's valid reasons not to like it, that's completely fine. Well, and at that point, so setting up story-wise, at this point, there is no reason to have any sort of mercy, if you will, on Yotsuyu. She has been given 2 chances. You know, Kami's will or not, she's been given 2 chances. And she has failed both of those. yet to come. So there's another. Well, we got to get in queue first because I'm actually already at time limit. We're going to give it to about 10, and if not, we're going to unsync this because I have to get going. It is too late.
So we can go ahead and unsync it.
Like, as I said, like, I can normally, like, when it's already past 5 minutes, I'll give it till 8. And if not, I will hop on Samurai and we will unsync this. Because I gave my best attempt. And I know there's people that are like, oh, don't unsync it. It's just like, mate, I don't know what you want from me. It's just the gameplay felt too. Well, that's the thing, is that there was a big Halo content creator that just said Halo 5's campaign was bad last night. And I'm just like, congrats, the people have been saying this for 7 years. And yet you say Infinite is just the best Halo game? What? Mate, Halo 5 is more stable than Infinite. Like, don't shit on my enjoyment, and I won't shit on your enjoyment.
But they don't have Halo 5 on PC.
Well, they don't.
As far as they're concerned, it's the best.
That's fair. Big commander pass given power to choose to make an entire healer, please. Healer, please. Healer, please.
So does everyone know Slipgate was the best Halo game?
Maybe. I hate this issue. I hate this issue so much, especially when you're trying to queue. It's different if you're in like actual big queues. When you queue for something like that and you're specifically queuing for it, that hurts. I mean, there's infinite
people queue and then step away thinking their queue's gonna be fucking 10 minutes.
Right.
Because healer queues actually long tonight for some reason.
Yeah, it could also just be the amount of people on. It's a healer. It's all good. No, people, but I will try to sync as much of this as I physically can.
It's going to be a long night.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa! Your end is near.
Ow, that bone stack hurt. That hurts. Big stack.
Your death will be all the sweeter.
Ow. That's a phase 2. So this is going to be Tsukiyomi taking over. No, this is a white mechanic. No, this soundtrack is actually quite good. Spectre of Asahi. Interesting. Spectre of Xenos. We all got hit with that. Is that... That's Gosetsu.
That's Gosetsu.
That is Gosetsu. There's still a part of her that is still holding on. Interesting. Some back corner of her mind. So this is us actually cleansing Tsukiyomi from her, it looks like? Interesting.
In darkness blooms the spider lily. From mortal
Well, remember, they also have to do a... Right, it's easier to make a villain like Sauron, right? Spiky black armor, right? For aesthetic purposes to an average audience, right? It's harder to necessarily make... If Boromir, or like Aragorn, as he is in Return of the King at the end, King Elisar, right? It's a little harder for him to... For the audience to be like, oh wait, he's the good guy. I think I fucked us. So I get some of the design decisions, and some of those you're just... I'm dead. Some of those you are just locked in because your average audience member needs to know what they're looking at, which was actually one of the reasons for Halo 3 to not include like ally elites and grunts and stuff. Which even then, you can see in her character design, she is one half light, one half dark. She has that internal conflict. I can judge that. I can see that.
Yeah, the fact that she's also, you know, the embodiment of Tsukiyomi, which is, you know, the moon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the light and dark half of the moon makes sense, but it also symbolizes her voice stack of 5, yeah. But it's also that she showcases that she is still conflicted internally, as evident by Gosetsu. Oh no, there's definitely edge to this. I will not say this is not edgy. Like, this is super Tumblr edge.
I'll grind you under my heel.
Stack and stay stacked.
Yeah, no, she has some big fucking hits. Crescent moon aesthetic. The upwards crescent moon is a very good touch, yes. Three.
I'll grind you under my heel.
Where are you going?
I'm moving around and then getting back in a circle.
Okay.
I'm trying not to get killed by a Vuln stack because those crescents actually hurt.
Yeah, they do. It's fine. We can push. Once we hit LB3, one of our physical... yeah, you can do it once you hit LB3. You're Reaper. You have a higher damage threshold than I do.
We have multiple Reapers. It's fine.
Yeah. As long as someone hits the limit break button, we're fine. And even then, we'll probably get it without. Just push. No reason not to push. There we go. Oh, I almost died, though. Also, the rabbit moon aesthetic is also there, too.
Yep.
Rabbit ears. Yeah.
Gotta calm this Lalafell scholar.
What a Chad, being a scholar and a Lalafell. Do you actually have her white hair now? Yep, yes she does. Of course she does. Alright, let's see how this is gonna end. Let's see how this is gonna end. I need to see this. Experience this. She gonna now become Kaguya? Please tell me she's gonna become Kaguya. Yeah, it's all those years of smoking that'll do that to you. Fuck you up real good. Oh, really? It's okay. That's Garlean fabric. All right, which one of you sniped her? It was, of course, it was you. Can we just stab him now, please? Like, he has assaulted a quote-unquote Doman citizen. Wow, he's just content. Just keep going. That's a war crime, I'm pretty sure.
You really must learn to finish the job.
I can start with you. $30 haircut.
A gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down. My, such hostility. These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer.
Sure you did.
Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
You did technically start an international incident. I could just cut your hand off. That'll suffice as punishment.
Ha! You cannot, of course. To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
She is alive, though. I'm gonna let her do it. She's still alive.
But I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This Dorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point.
And we have no reason to keep you alive. Okay, I'll embrace the Dark Knight. it's my level 50 Dark Knight in me.
Should have been mine.
Uh-huh.
The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith.
Like, mate. Azarina Xenos didn't choose you.
No one alive loves him more than I!
And that's what we call a fanatic.
Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
I'm gonna enjoy this. Yep. How you doing?
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance.
I'm gonna enjoy this. Those are multiple vitals pierced.
These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill.
There it is. Yeah, that is fear.
Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now, Now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you.
I'm waiting for him to say, help me, please. He's still there. He's still alive.
What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead. He will mourn too, perhaps. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
She is the ends justify the means. There's part of her that held on, and we saw that during the fight. The ends justified the means, though. Killing Asahi was all that consumed her.
Lord Xenos.
This is recent. Oh no.
I am at your disposal.
Asahi, you were born of Doma. Yes.
His voice is different.
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so.
How do you have access to this mirror? The Garleans would have had to take from the Red Kojin.
The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence.
Oh my god, this man.
My honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
He's very different. There's something else at play here.
Your chosen agent. I will not fail you, my lord.
And yet you did.
My master, Lord Xenos. He will come for you.
Ray's like, good.
You have prevailed, I see.
Yep.
She is gone. Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Yeah, I guess I'm underestimating how deep the blade wound was. There's something else at play here, though. What are you smug about?
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
You have about 5 seconds
I
before you
entertain
should.
thoughts of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here, but it seemed to me there was more to the tale. I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
How can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord
Where did his
Xenos
body
is
go?
very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an imposter has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court? The idea is inconceivable,
Asians.
absurd, but worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Familiar pair of glasses.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late ambassador's second in command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
That's the one.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Bold. But I respect it.
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
The Ascian is using Xenos' likeness. That's how he had the mirror.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
That is how you become a prisoner of war. Yes.
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions. Next to her, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield. But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
The enemy of my enemy. Yeah, we're enemy of my enemy.
'Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
Interesting. But a summoning thanks to the kami, you were here, my friends, none of us would have escaped. So it's used vengeance had you not intervened. It's upon I, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. When the Gotetsu departed in silence. Same way he came aboard a rowing boat. As for conscripts, most made it back to the Sekibune before the battle began in earnest. The Belgiate waits on the riverbank with those who did not flee in time. This doleful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. Who knows the joys for union.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
That's what being a real leader is like. You don't command respect. Respect is given. There he is.
Ah, there you are.
Gosetsu, your hair.
Yep, noticed it too.
My friend, what have you done?
He's now Xehanort.
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place
Look,
in the
sometimes you just gotta shave your head and move past some shit.
Fair enough.
Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
All of them?
He's already made up his mind.
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh, and none need live in fear.
Exactly. He couldn't be there for Yotsuyu. He's gonna do what he can.
There is no better way to honor those who went before.
We're missing Blue Alisei.
And with that, I take my leave.
That's a fair journey to you, my friend. This for the occasion, there's ample cause to be grateful. Please join me in the Kinkan. Thank you properly. I'm sure Rev's got a cure for you. Hang over
Water.
that Pedialyte
is what I use to end the average person.
Our brothers and sisters return to us, and the dream of Doma's resolution is much more close than realized. It is a day we live long memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of both the Scions. On behalf of Dominar people, we give you our deepest thanks. The answer is drink more alcohol, clearly, right, Rev? You're gonna be dehydrated. At least you're dehydrated and drunk.
A little bit of salt helps. Get your electrolytes back up.
You think me complacent, I assure you, I have never forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest, yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphino and send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself until fulfilling the promise made to Gosetsu by building a nation in which no one need live in fear. Dismissible already, but the thought that he has at least found peace goes some way of softening the blow. Wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yotsuyu such kindness? Events flies in past tragedies, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hit it well, they were never far from thoughts in Yotsuyu's childlike mien. But he saw not a fallen tyrant, a little girl who had lost him, or who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardships, strove beyond his limits to endure without hesitation or complaint. Yotsuyuyu can never truly replace his daughter. He hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of days in relative contentment. The Kami had been so minded, even now I labored to discern any meaning in Yotsuyu's fate. Deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to have her the mercy of her stepbrother. Can that truly have been their will? A form of repentance for both of them, I guess. Can I tell you the will of the Kami is not for us to know? What I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Suyu lived among us. And she brought with her a whisper. And she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. This should be 4-3 finished, I think. Or at least it's the next one. Where the hell are you? I'll say. No, this is the next one. This is the last one. We're going, we've done all we can here. We have a lot to report. Back to the Rising Stones. It's Paul and Roger's reaching. Be the ones who tell Lisa about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we over that. This is the last one. We'll do this one real quick. God, that's such an aetheryte tax. Oof. The Among Us didn't skip me. I heard that. We can never escape the Amogus. Alright, Rev. We're doing Ukab after this, right? I don't have access to that shit. I don't even remember how you do it. Isn't it? Don't I have to do Savage first?
After Savage Alexander.
I'll have to look into it then. Because we did Savage Alexander. Now, so you're back. No Alpha, no. Good to see you, Lisa. As far as my headstrong brother, he's off to what will almost certainly turn out to be once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. Long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. Sigma escaped before Savage. Fuck, I gotta do that then. This is a joke. God, this better be a joke. Oh, there's two. It's one more after this. We're at resolution. Notice how right we all saw it, and here you're saying he's alive and well, living in the high life back in Garlemald. I know how ludicrous it sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. While I might doubt the word of an imperial envoy, I trust Kips. Saw the Crown Prince through the Echo in a meeting that could only take place in the recent past.
Oh man, I struck a nerve.
Did you?
Yeah, I killed this guy 4 times. I'm playing Titanfall. I killed this guy 4 times in a row, and he got in the text chat and told me to stop camping, so I told him to stop throwing myself at him. Just started ignoring him. Just got like a whole paragraph after that. Just a bunch of other comments like, I really set him off.
My favorite. Rev remembers those comments when you play Titanfall.
Just saying, that shit's not working for you. Do something else.
Must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a big hole in his neck. We buried him. Someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? That's Gilded Halls, whatever you talking. Thal's Gilded Halls, whatever you talking about. Hi, Thancred. Brings you out to the Reach. Huffno had me lending hand at the Sultry, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on. Just the operations are up and running. Not there, I thought I might look into you before my weary way back to the headquarters. Maybe if I misheard, but there's some suggestion that the late Crown Prince could have gotten better, quote unquote. So I might have, it's just a quick look inside his coffin. Their first order of business. Right, why haven't we done this until now? Much as I hated that man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave, but if it's put the room to rest, I suppose we'll have to. And no curious eyes about if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhowl on the Locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked so as not upset the locals, which makes sense also to make sure you don't provide the Garleans with a symbol, his corpse. It's too hard to find Nago, you're in charge until I get back. Thank you, going pretty well, Mr. Matt. What about you? Roto, awesome, good to hear. Well, so I'm not standing on the table for once, yes.
That Xenos getting better line that we just had. It just
Yeah.
reminds me of the Python. She turned me into a newt.
I got better.
Better.
Exactly.
Whenever anything happens, I got better.
We got a lot done today, actually. A lot more than I thought I would. Upstream done. Oh, 100%. I'm gonna still stay on because I want to actually probably convert these. And I want to go actually play some games. Yes, it is very, very late. Godsy better be in there. Someone's crawled over the stone a while ago, but I scrubbed it off. Thought no more about it. Thought to check the coffin was still occupied. Well, then we are presented with one course of action. Let's best be sure we're not observed the doing of it. Shall we begin? Yes, it is towards the end of the stream.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
That's the one.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
Who are you? Interesting. There is an imposter among us. There's no corpse, then how are we to conclude the rumors are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have sent him dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. One more, however, I find myself siding with Alphanet's theory of Asian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. Like an acid's walking around Xenos' body. An distinct possibility. Once I have put his grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Leaving conclusions, I want to know for sure if the body was ever buried here, and how certain we are Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, it was some trick. He had a good cut down. It's good to cut his own head off. Anyways, Robon needs to hear about this. Find anything out, send it word to me at Rogger's Reach. Goes to Baton, right? I'm surprised what matters. Matter settling down in Domo, we were due for another crisis. Exactly. Rising Stones, then it's time we share these developments with the others. Yeah, you just do roulettes. I do my roulettes habitually. It actually pisses some people off because I do them so much. Waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Aranja over the link pearl and gave him the full report. She told us on her way. We hear any Good to see you're safe and well. What news have you from the east? I'm glad it teleported me to Rising Stones. Means I don't need to pay the guild cost. Serving development's deed, given all that we know. She would conclude the Asahi now inhabits Enos' body. A doppelganger might pull the Crown Prince's subordinates. Miqo'te, often know had the right of it. Let his wisdom extend the question of his own safety, capable though he became, which is under the enemy's stronghold in the shadowy web of paragons like as not. He's making rash decisions. I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. And clean up the scene. I believe it. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Not suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner's dead and the right beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan. Every party behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only towards the salvation of the star. Yes, Elidibus, we know. Where is this? Oh, this is the facility. The augmentation facility. Doing fiddling with that thing. Asked you a question, soldier. It's the guy from before. Who the hell are you? Or are you the actual real Xenos? Interesting. What's your head? What's your face? Lost many things, but mine is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final blow. Only, yep, this is Xenos. The doppelganger theory exists. Huh. Always been an intermission. Chance to repent for my sins, embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nah, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. That is the actual Xenos. The one in the palace is in fact a doppelganger. Probably. Been an eventful few days, hasn't, but I suppose all we can do now is wait for word from Alphano. I recall last time I heard Nothing pressing to get on with. We should probably make the most of it. Shall I put on some tea? You may begin with the tale of your adventures in the Far East and your encounter with this new primal, especially. Put the kettle on, then the table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. I'm assuming this is the last one. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Let's watch it. Fuck it. Much in the same manner as Susanoo via the medium of the sacred relic. Said, if their gods or calm reside in physical objects. In the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin. That's how he's doing it. He has access to the resonance, so he can just body swap. That's how he's doing it. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin with the catalog of such relics. To contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. We shall know whenever we can about the subject. Find an idea enough for the fact that our friends know and be great for any information which could help us grant further summoning in the region. In a letter of introduction, Lord Hume will wish to welcome our resident expert on etherology. I'm in time for tea. It looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. Interesting. After you phone about my questioning Bloodhouse gravekeepers, they all told me the same story. Once they sent our officers, Zenus is dead. His corpse was interred under strict supervision. Seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Zenus' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act had been perpetrated by vengeful Alamegan. Actually, however, I was able to confirm that when the offending scrawl was removed as per police instruction, no one involved thought to the coffin. By that stage, just like the corpse was already missing, assuming Zenus has not in fact risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to his claims of an extremely committed imposter, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it. Asahi was a fervent devotee, as you believe. He would not have been fooled by an impersonation, however committed. We must assume that we are dealing with an Ascian. Proceed accordingly. Question is, how many more monsters are they waiting for Alphino and Garlemald? Presence was the chief reason in going. He understood the risk, and only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. On Imperial Hypersonic Airsoft Craft. Often we're making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Not. 'Tis just, see not from my cabin. I was curious to know the land over which we flew. I'm afraid military crafts are built with little thought for such niceties. I'm happy to indulge your curiosity, however. They're presently passing over by the burn on the western edge of Orthard. Even though bereft of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but moms upon moms of lifeless earth. I have read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, blood dry of every last drop of ether. The succession of icon summonings was responsible. Emperor Solus first came to Orthard. He said to have reeled at the scale of such devastation was not his intention. He declared icons a threat to our various stars' existence and issued the empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. It was given free, if not unlimited range. The ship, yes. Under attack, Sir Magic armor, no visible designation. Nero? No, surely not. Hands return fire damage report. Main reactor's been hit. Helm responsible for going down. Exactly where they'd hit us. Someone with understanding of Garlean tech. Nero or an insider? Glad to have you back, Master Alpha. We've landed in one piece, more or less. The air filtration system is damaged while the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can. Middle of... Emissary of the Dawn. I need to leave. No, you're good. Oh, hi, Alpha. No. Oh, this bar is good. Wait, what? Happening? You're injured. Helmsman. What is happening? Because you have a 1, 2, 3 at Ruin, Psychic, and Trishackle. Trishackle is a... It's an AoE. I learned Scholar, apparently. Let's just set that up nicely. Here's the physic. Where's Raise on this bar? See, it's like kept some of my ninja bars, so it's fucking with me. Am I supposed to have Res on my bar? No, I just have to actually interact with him. Okay, I'm thinking a step ahead from where I'm actually at. Yep, there's supposed to be no survivors. Thank you for the follow. How's it going? And if Alphano didn't accompany them, they would be dead. RP mode. Yeah, I'm noticing that. I was not expecting this. For weeks to and watch you live doesn't help the live. No, you're totally fine. Time zone differences totally make sense. Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying. Hope you're having fun. There are more of them. Zenus is going to come to save the day. They're so far out there. How is he gonna get there? Not here, not like this. Where is he? Not Xenos. Oh, in the Emperor's name. Enemies of our enemies. Introductions can wait. You're a common crisis, Master Alpha. Now let's finish this then. I don't want to be out there. That's the thing, is I'm like, Xenos can't be out here. It's too far. It's too far from Garabanya. Not in this time frame, no. Hell are you? Storied mage. Interesting. There's the channel. Yeah, I saw the limit break, thank you. Former Garlean officer? My thanks, your intervention proved most timely. Well, do not think you mean the heirs in a place like this, let alone a scion. You know of me, sir? You have some small history with your order. Or he has some small history with your order. I would speak of the present, know your assailants, and the severity of your predicament. Soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard. I could venture a guess as to their motive, but you have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Names are not yours for the asking, and as for our purpose, let this be your answer. Asian mask. Base of our prey. That is what is important. No, he is, yeah. Let's wait before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. What choice do they really have? And his long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Accept your gracious offer a Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. Or sets up Shadowbringers. That's not because thank you for the sub as well. I hope you're enjoying the content. He is collecting Asian trophies. What a Chad. A white... Ooh, one of the white masks, too. Interesting. I'm telling her as much as I wish it were otherwise. There's nothing to do for Alphino but now pray for success. It's not entirely true. When your brother journeys to Garmald from the east, make my way there from Alamigo and find there's to be learned for the Empire's western provinces. I'm counting on you. I can't or we'll sit here sipping tea if there's ought to be action to be taken. I mean, I'll say, but the provinces are hostile territory and still thought for it safer if I go alone. Well, if the situation demands it, don't patronize me. I understand your frustration, Alice, but Kip is the right of it. We must defer to Thancred's expertise on this matter. Just promise me you'll be careful. I'm praying to extend my contribution after all, but I will stay behind as I've been bid. We all have our talents. Mine just happen to be involving silver tongue and soft souls. Promise to send word at the moment I learn all about the consequences. Say in age 22, I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable east Oldenard vessel to bear me thither. But I shall return if I am needed. Sorry, I'm 12 hours into reading. Sure, drop whenever you're next in the area. Kip, any luck, I have a painfully detailed report from Alphino to share. Ponder an Eggy by any other name. That's the other question. This should be the last one. Oh, we are done with 343? Okay, we'll accept this and then we'll continue next time. Game over news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Everything exactly as it was. You're still investigating problems for the Far East. Thancred is still gathering intelligence for the Imperial provinces. Alphino is still out there somewhere. No word since his first scheduled report, nor does this respond to calls. All the while, I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Your friends are bear mess for the Aerosine Alliance. The gods for that, we have a visitor. Rising Stones. If I have a message, I'd be most eager to hear it. The Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of the Aston interference. They request the presence of the signs at 7th dawn. 4 Black Mass Assassins in the Gallery with no access. Exactly, yes. Having sus intelligence provided by Alamegan resistance. So they whereabouts of Xenos remains. They too suspect Aston involvement, which is deliberate and a suitable course of action. Foremost authorities on the Fire Orders Council will be most welcome. Glad to assist in whatever way we can. Almost everyone else is afield. This false to us, by which I mean, I'm not going by, and you'll come with me, I trust. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date will be shared in due course, but I can confirm the council will take place in Alamigo by your leave. doubt he will have anything useful to offer, but standing immediately at a meeting would still be better than nothing. Than nothing we're doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Tancred, what's going on, man? I said... That's not Sid. Or, sorry, I meant Arrow. Careful on the road back, you hear? Tancred coming back. He says he's acquired some important intelligence. Being in the Garlean territory, though, he could... We're sharing the particulars. The Imperials was listening in, so he said he'd head back as quick as he could. Make sure someone was waiting for him at the Alamegan quarter. So Kiz and I will go. If I got the time, I can go for a long time. It just messes with my weekend. Our for Alamegan anyway. Every time before the council begins, come let us be off. Yeah, you wonder why I'm slowing down a little bit in reading. Alright. That is Sisterly Act started. So next time we will be starting at the quest point. And yeah, it's been a really long one. Thank you for watching. I definitely do appreciate it. I'm going to convert these now. And I'm going to go chill out for a little bit. So thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you're on the Kip TV channel, get ready for next time because we're going to finish this and then we will have Hildebrand after. That might be a couple streams. And if you're on stream, I will see you in the next one.